Guys, welcome to this impromptu bracket video. We're going to call this Hearts Madness, right?
Yeah, I like Hearts Madness.
This is Sam. If you have watched the Melody of Memory podcast, he is returning. He's getting his second timer shirt today, joining me on the channel. He's basically taking the reins here today. He has everything set up. Looks like we're doing some sort of character, kind of how they would canonically fight each other sort of thing, like a death match, right?
Yeah, it's all the like major characters plus like some Disney characters are thrown into a March Madness-esque bracket. We've got 64 characters, and they're all going to fight to the death.
Okay.
And there's going to be a lot of blood.
You have a couple of items of business, though, before we get started, right?
I do, yes.
Okay,
the first one
let's go
is my name. Because
Yes.
I don't have a name. Like, I have like 4 different names
Yeah.
that have been used to describe me, both
Right.
on the stream, which canonically was last night.
Yes, canonically, yeah. That was March Caprice, yeah.
Yes. And I've been called Sam, which I asked for the last time I was on the show,
True.
but now you have like 70,000 subscribers or something like that.
Yeah,
You're like
14 right now.
You're like a huge deal now,
Yeah,
so I
right.
feel like I need a more serious name.
Yeah, so what do you
more
want?
serious than Sam, like something like Kiwi.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, that's your nickname from when we knew each other in college. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
usually what I call you nowadays. But
Yep, I think that's the safest name to use.
Gotcha.
It feels like one of the code names that like famous YouTube people
Yeah.
call themselves, you know.
right.
There's also another Sam, so
Right,
I have to
yeah, there's too many.
differentiate
Too
myself.
many.
The other thing that I need to say is I have some beef with people who make brackets and
Yes.
put them on the internet,
Right.
because they're all bad.
Shout
they're
out,
all bad.
shout out to Sound Ideas that I was just on, where we did a randomized seedless bracket.
Well, not so much that one specifically, but right, you do need seeds in your bracket.
Right.
If I see a seedless bracket and it's not in service of some larger theme that you're trying to get across
Yeah.
in your bracket, why it would be seedless, like it needs a reason to be seedless. So
Right.
you need to have seeds. So we do have seeds,
Gotcha.
which is going to make the first round of this bracket that we're going to do today kind of hilarious.
Right,
because there's going to be some very strong characters versus some
Right.
not very tough characters.
Is that
by
how it
comparison.
works in like sports and shit? Like
It does,
you
yes.
match people up with people that are gonna curb stomp them?
Yes.
Okay.
So in the past like 40 years of the real March Madness basketball tournament,
Uh-huh.
16 seed has only beaten a 1 seed one time in history.
Oh, wow.
And it only happened a few years ago, so it's a very, rare occurrence.
Don't
to the
make
point where
sports
it
sound
never
cool to
happens.
me or my audience. That sounded kind of cool.
Okay. Well, the real cool part is when one of the lower seeds does win, though. That's
Right,
always
yeah.
exciting.
An
So
upset. You
hopefully
love an
you
upset.
mix some of that. Yes.
Yes, like when a very small wish just takes it all.
I don't know if you love that, but
I love it.
I don't mind the selection.
Okay.
I mean, it's
We're
not...
losing people. We're losing people. All right.
So, anyway, I have a lot of beef with online brackets. This is going to be the best online bracket that many people have probably ever come in
Oh
contact
boy.
with.
High self-praise before we even get started.
I know. But, I mean, most people are going to hate me by the
Yeah,
end of this
yeah,
video
that's good.
anyway,
That's
so
good.
I
Yeah.
might as well just give them
Yeah.
a head start. So, I might explain some of the seating choices and stuff
Sure.
as we go
Yeah, we
on,
can-
but
yeah,
I'd like to dive into this
Okay,
thing.
let's go. You'll have the bracket up on screen. People watching, you'll see it, and we'll walk through it that way.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start at the top.
Okay. I'm looking at this already. Okay.
Yeah, the first number 1 seed, the overall number 1 seed
Yeah.
in this whole tournament, is the main character of the Kingdom Hearts games, Sora.
Okay. Heard of
And
him.
he is going to be taking on, from Twilight Town, Hayner.
Oh man, the struggle second place champion, right? Or was he third?
He was third. I'm in
Canonically
third
third.
now. Ooh, baby!
Oh baby, I'm
Play
in
the
third.
clip.
So I'm in third now? Oh, baby!
Well, it's not looking great for your boy Hayner with the camo pants. I think in both a struggle and a straight up duel with a keyblade, I think Hayner, his days might be numbered.
What about that kick, though?
Oh, he does have a great kick. Oh, that would be how he would upset, just coming in with the kick, the steel chair.
Would anything change if I told you that this matchup would be taking place at the seashore?
No.
In Destiny
In fact,
Islands?
Sora has he has home court advantage, so Sora knows all,
Maybe a little explanation there. All these matchups are going to be taking places at certain iconic places in the Kingdom Hearts
Yes.
series. So these first 8 matchups here are going to be taking place in the seashore, Destiny Islands. Now you might be wondering, isn't that kind of an advantage for Sora? Well, in the actual March Madness bracket, they do a very similar thing.
True, yeah.
Like, so they'll put a team from Washington, they'll make that team play in Seattle or
Right,
something
right.
like that.
throw them off their game, the altitude, like when Obama was bad at that speech that one time.
Yeah, right.
Gotta cut that political reference.
Give them some over confidence or something
Right.
like that. Put them in front of a home crowd, and then the home crowd kind of turns to the upset.
So you have
team.
you have like Selfie, Titus, and Waka like cheering on, and that's,
Yes,
that's
right.
psyching out Hainer. That's
Yep.
the only reason Hainer loses.
Yeah, right. He didn't have his friends.
I
there
think
with
you
him.
could match these two up anywhere, any conceivable location. It could be like Hainer's house, and I think Sora probably still wins.
I would say so.
So yeah, let's move along there.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Next in the 8-9 game, we've got two old geezers.
Ooh.
Yen Sid, the 8 seed, versus the 9 seed King Triton.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, well, it's Yen Sid, I think. I mean, Triton doesn't have legs, he can't.
But it's at the seashore
It is at the
now.
seashore, but I still think, because literally Yen Sid can part that sea,
Oh.
bringing that Fantasia. We've seen him do it with shadows. I have no doubt he can do it with water. If you were talking like a Triton Hades, I could maybe see like a closer fight there. I mean, you got water versus fire there, so I'd probably give it to Triton. But Yen Sid, we've seen him in action. We know what he can do. We don't know what Triton can really do. He has a trident. I think Yen Sid could probably fuck him up.
Yep.
So
That's fair.
I'm going Yen.
There is some speculation to this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's half
not
the fun.
everybody we've seen fight before.
Right, yeah.
I should say, some people that are not in this bracket, I mean, it's already been on screen, so maybe some people have paused it and
Right.
looked. But there's no, like, big Titans or anything
Right,
like that.
yeah,
The Titans
yeah.
are out, Cerberus is out.
Yeah.
I also didn't include anybody who's, like, strictly fought or appeared in the mobile games.
Right, Union Cross,
It's like, it's
yeah.
really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Except for one character. There's
Yeah.
only one character from those games that has made it into the bracket.
Gotcha.
But let's move along.
Okay.
The 5-12 matchup. Vanitas versus a Patty favorite, Orin.
Yo, they're both Patty favorites nowadays. I love Vanitas after Remind. He's such a little bastard. Listen, there's a case to be made for Orin here. Like, I think this is the first true case to be made. Talk me out of it.
I won't. I kind of want to hear what the case is to be made,
I mean,
actually.
he's an undead guardian. Like, I know Vanitas is just a kid with a Keyblade. Like, really,
Yeah.
like he's not ever received any proper training. What fights has he won actually?
Yeah, right.
He always loses.
Yeah,
right.
he is a
I
big
mean,
loser.
He managed to like take over Ventus at the end of BBS, but he never like comes out of a fight the victor. Whereas like you do see some of these bad guys are able to, in cutscenes at least, best some of the main characters. Unless I'm missing something, like Vanitas kind of got one over on Aqua and KH3, right? And then
Yeah.
Sora and Ventus kind of swooped in or whatever to save the day. But I don't know. Is it so crazy to say that like I think Orin could probably take Vanitas?
I mean, I would certainly like it if you picked Orin just to add a little spice.
I mean,
to
I
the
think it
bracket.
adds some spice. Like Vanitas is good, but he's like, how much better is he at wielding the Keyblade than like a Ven or a Terra?
Yeah, right. He's kind of replacement level Keyblade.
I know
wielder.
it, right, and I know it's kind of sacrilege to have like a non-Kingdom Hearts character beat a Kingdom Hearts character, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Orin.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
let's
have
mark
a
it
12
down.
upset the 5. Listen, we can't be boring, But I don't hate the choice.
To give you some background, the 12 upsetting the 5 is one of the most popular upset picks when people
Really?
fill out their real March Madness bracket. So
That specifically, that.
Yep,
Okay.
12 versus 5.
Cool.
It's very popular.
Wow.
Any sports fans out there will know that. They're like, yo, the 12-5.
Yeah, there you go, the
That's what's
12-5,
up.
all right.
Yeah. All those sportsmen out here.
Yeah,
Audience,
all 7 of them.
Yeah. All right. So we move on to the 4 versus the 13.
Gotcha.
A slightly less popular
Yeah.
matchup to
Right.
pick the lower seed in. Terra, the 4 seed, versus Goofy, the 13 seed.
Yeah, I feel bad for my boy Goob because I think he could do work against at least a couple of characters in here, but not against Terra. I mean, that's just an easy Terra win for sure.
There was a reason why I chose this matchup. There's some intrigue to this matchup.
Okay.
I would also pick Terra.
Yeah.
However, there's the scene in the Keyblade Graveyard in Cage 3.
Oh, where Goofy blocks his ass. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, listen, if it's a game of block, then I think Goofy has him beat. But if it's a game of reducing HP to 0,
Yeah.
yeah.
And keep in mind the lingering will abilities kind of being a piece of the Terra
Yeah.
puzzle here.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind as we go forward.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so the 6 versus 11 seed. We've got Zaldin versus Peach.
Pete.
Gross. Not the only Pete in this bracket.
I'm gonna go with Zaldin. I think Pete gets skewered immediately by every single lance unless he throws up his pinball, but then that's just delaying the inevitable, you know?
Pete's a little overseated here because he's got a connection with Maleficent, and something that people who make brackets do, they try to put like people on the same seed line so that they'll be in different parts of the bracket.
Right.
So I wouldn't want to put Pete and Maleficent in the same part of the bracket. So that's why they're both on the 11. Pete gets bumped up a little bit, but yeah, he's overseeded, and Zalden might be underseeded. I don't know what your perception of his strength
Zalden,
is.
like we were saying, Vanitas is replacement level Keyblade wielder. I think Zalden is replacement level organization member.
Number 3 is a character that neither of us is very fond of. The 3 seed in the Seashore region. From Disney Castle, it's the King.
Ugh, Michael Mouse.
Yeah.
Versus the now
Versus
defunct
Tarzan. Tarzan from Deep Jungle.
Listen,
That conference doesn't even exist anymore.
Doesn't even exist. They were bought out. They were sold. I think, well, if we were talking to Mickey and any other media, you give this to Tarzan, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Michael Mouse is a fucking Yoda badass in this universe, so you do have to give it to Michael. You hate to see it.
You really
hate
do
to see Tarzan, King of the Jungle, lose to Michael Q Mouse. I just decided his middle name was Q.
In a Melody of Memory video, I was very hard on Michael Mouse. And I just want to make one thing clear. I don't like Mickey in Kingdom Hearts, but I do like Mickey quite a lot in other pieces.
He's fine. He's a different man in those, you know. He hasn't committed war crimes in the other media. So.
He's way more fun, too. Don't forget that.
He has actually more of a personality.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so the 7-10 matchup. This should be a close, interesting one here. The 7 seed is Aced coming back.
The bear.
Yeah. Travis Willingham versus Luxord.
Why is he here? You tell me. Man, that is actually kind of close. Like, I don't know. Part of me wants to give it to Luxord. I can't believe I said Luxord.
Yeah, it's
Luxord.
gross.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to give it to Aced. I mean, if you're a foreteller, I think you're going to be able to beat like pretty much every member of the organization, save for maybe a Xemnas. Mm-hmm. But it's tempting to choose Luxord because he can just throw you into a card.
This is a matchup between one character who a lot of fans perceive as being a big dumb versus a character who a lot of fans perceive as being very smart. Yeah. So that's an interesting part of it, but Aced is the pick, though?
Yeah, Aced's the pick.
Cool. Let's move on to a very interesting kind of ripple in the system here.
Yeah.
The 2 seed in the Seashore region is Xigbar / Lushu versus the 15 seed Scar from the Pride Lands.
Well, we've never seen Lushu do anything, right? But we've seen Xigbar in action.
Yep.
You know, this is like that meme of like, could every single Pokemon defeat 1 billion lions? Could one single man with a gun defeat 1 lion? Yeah, we've seen that happen. We know the answer to that question.
Right.
Yes, it's Lushu. It's unfortunate, though. You'd like to see Scar make a run here. But I don't think that's happening today.
Not going to happen today. No. All right, so here's where the speculation comes in as we move on to the Dark City region
here we go.
of our Kingdom Hearts power bracket here. The 1 seed in this region is the Master of Masters, who is kind of the exception to my rule about not having people who have whipped the Keyblade out in the mobile game.
Yeah, true.
Which I don't even know if we've seen that, so we don't really know what the Master of Masters can do completely.
Yeah, we don't.
But he is going against Peter Pan, though, the other Pete in this bracket.
I am fully comfortable and willing to say that Master of Masters, despite not having seen him in action, can very easily put Peter Pan in his place.
Even with his fists. Have you seen that man's hands
Yeah,
move?
no, he's got hands. He'll throw hands. Yeah. That's an easy W.
Nice.
The power of flight can't save you from this man.
Here is a very difficult choice. I think it's the toughest round 1
I'm looking at
matchup here.
Yeah.
The 8 seed Gula, another foreteller, versus the Genie, who, when I've searched on the internet, like, who's the strongest character
Genie
in the
is always
Kingdom
in
Hearts
contention.
universe, Genie is a very popular choice. And I like to, look these things up before I pose an idea, just to make sure it hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
This concept has been brought up before, and a lot of people like Genie.
Yeah. I mean, we've actually had Genie in combat, both as a summon and during the Jafar boss fight in KH1.
Right.
So you can't harm Genie. You can try, right? You boot up your game right now. You're going to ping right off of him, or do you just phase right through him? I actually don't know what happens if you swing your Keyblade at Genie.
We should look that up.
Yeah, we should. I'll have that in post. you can't damage the man, right? You can damage Gula, but is Genie gonna sweep? Like, if we let Genie through, does he not sweep the entire bracket?
This is the choice you need to make. This is the toughest choice of round 1 right here. I mean, I tend to think that you can harm Genie in some way.
I mean, you need the lamp, right? If you get the lamp, because if you can harm Genie Jafar with the lamp, then all you need is Genie's lamp.
Yeah.
So if we have them on kind of a similar, and we're in the Dark City, right? Let's say we got some moving, the skyscrapers are moving all blockily up and down.
Right.
You got a fucking Abu is running around or on the carpet with the lamp in in place of Iago.
Yeah.
And Gula is able to hit the lamp.
Yeah.
But I still think like Genie's able to fucking Showtime Gula to death.
Yeah.
I think I'm going Genie this round.
Nice.
Yeah. Genie was the upset there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 8-9 usually you need to be like 2 seed lines below for it to be officially an upset, but we'll call that an upset. I'll give you credit for that one. So now we've got a Final Fantasy matchup here.
Okay.
The 5 seed, again, this is the popular upset choice. The 5 seed is Sephiroth.
Yeah.
And the 12 seed is Leon.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near as close as the previous 5-12 for me. I think Sephiroth outranges man with a gun, Leon. That's I think it's game set match for that.
Yeah, I don't think you don't stand a chance against me. It's gonna work.
It's gonna beat Steve Harvey's Angels. Absolutely not.
Yeah, those head games not gonna happen.
No.
All right, so let's move on then to the 4 versus the 13. The 4 is Ventus out of the Land of Departure versus the 13 seed Shan Yu out of the Land of Dragons.
Get the fuck out of here, Shan Yu. Get out of here. I don't care.
I would say so.
Yeah, I'll give that to Ven.
Nice. And here's another interesting one that has some canonical background, actually. The 6 seed, Lexius, versus the 11 seed, the Riku Replica.
Okay, my thoughts here.
Yes.
We've seen Riku defeat Lexius.
Yep.
And is Riku Replica not just, as the name states, as it says on the tin, a replica of Riku? I have reason to believe that if Riku could defeat Lexius, the Riku Replica would have no problem, right?
It's certainly possible.
I mean, you want to give me Riku Replica versus like a Xemnas, then we can talk, because we never seen Riku one-on-one Xemnas, I think I give that to the Replica. I have no reason to believe he couldn't beat Lexius.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing here because it's the difference between gameplay versus cutscenes.
Yeah.
In the actual gameplay, it seems like Riku takes care of Lexius pretty easily.
Yeah.
But then in the cutscene, Lexius kind of bodies Riku.
That's true. He does pull him into like the dark, not the dark realm, but something, right?
Right.
So
I tend to give more credit to the actual gameplay rather than the cutscenes. The cutscenes are a little deceiving.
That's interesting. I'm kind of the other way around. But like, for me, like, Lexius just kind of self-destructed at the end, right? Like, Riku beat him, but then Lexius was like, well, I also have a move like Explosion from Pokemon, where I just blow up and you get sent to this dark void where you have to be saved by, was it Mickey?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I still give it to the Replica.
Fair play.
Yeah.
All right, there's an upset for
you go.
Then. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so we move on to the 3 versus the 14.
Yeah.
The 3 is Roxas, fan favorite, versus from Monstropolis, the 14 seed, Sully, somebody who has a lot of experience bodying people in Roxas's weight class.
Bodying small teens.
Yes.
I think, well, here's the thing. If there's a door nearby, Roxas might be fucked, but we're in the Dark City. I don't know if we have any Monstropolis doors wheeling around on the door vault. You give that to Roxas, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Sully had the element of surprise, on Vanitas. I think if Vanitas and Sully are pitted against each other, I think Vanitas can take him. But I think a Roxas Sully, fair fight. I think Roxas takes that home.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's move on to a all-female 7-10 matchup.
Okay.
Ava versus Kairi.
We've seen Kairi. Oh man, this sucks, bro. Why'd you do this? Like, Ava is a Keyblade master, and Kairi spent possibly a millennium inside a hyperbolic time chamber forest, and still got defeated by her wrist being grabbed. And that's not her fault. That's Nomura's fault. I want to be clear, all right? But I think you got to give it to Ava there. I know she's seated higher, and I think you did it because she is a Keyblade master, and we have seen her in action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pulled the Keyblade out.
Yeah. So despite what we've seen from Kairi in 2 and 3, she leaves a lot to be desired, unfortunately. So we're gonna go with Ava there.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right choice.
Yeah.
I could see if other people fill this out, they might have Kyrie go on a little run, but no, I think I would also align with that.
2 games from now, let's see this matchup, and we'll talk it out then.
Yeah.
But, all right, last matchup in the Dark City.
Yeah.
Round 1.
Yep, that's the 2 versus the 15. The 2 is young Xehanort versus the 15 Simba.
It's kind of just a repeat of Lucio versus Scar, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, yeah, as loath as I am to advance young Xehanort, the most bland of the Xehanorts, don't at me. Yeah, he's gonna move forward there. Sorry, Simba.
2 lions go down on this left side of the bracket.
You don't got
there.
Mufasa in the right, do you?
I do not.
Okay.
No.
Okay, moving on to the Grand Hall Conference.
Yeah, so this will be taking place right there in the Grand Hall in Hollow Bastion.
Gotcha.
So let's see what happens.
All right.
Somebody who's fought there before, the 1 seed in this region is Riku.
Yep.
He's going to take on the 16 seed Cypher.
This is undeniable proof that Riku totally owns this Lammer. No chance, no contest. Move it along.
Nice. To the 8-9 matchup.
Right.
Very, very interesting.
Uh-huh.
The 8-9 Demix, the 8 seed,
Yeah.
versus Hercules, a half god,
Yeah.
the 9 seed.
That's interesting. So are we factoring in Demix's abilities as the Master of Master or no?
Stop. Who has the Olympus Stone in this match?
That's a good question. Listen, are there barrels nearby? Because if Demix brought barrels, it's fucking over for your man. It's over. That's actually really tough.
Or is Hercules gonna create like those balls that take Hades out of his god
from
form?
Cage too?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. People are screaming at the screen right now that it's obviously Demix, but it's not that easy for me. He is literally a half god, Hercules.
That's why it's the 8-9 matchup.
Yeah.
These are the tight ones.
I mean, Demix, if he's going full serious try-hard mode, he can probably put a dent into Hercules, but like, I don't know. Sora beat Demix. Sora also beat Hercules. That doesn't help. I'm trying to think of canonical matchups to help us through this.
Sure.
I'm giving it to Hercules. I just think he's a half god. I don't. Give me like again a Xemnas, a Xigbar, a Zaldin even. The ones that are known for their fighting capabilities. Demix is not necessarily known for being a super competent fighter.
Right.
I mean, when you're 10 years old and you're trying to get through Cage 2, he is.
Yep.
But I think Herc could destroy all the water clones quick enough.
Sure.
He could do his little spin move from KH1.
Yep.
I think he's got it in the bag.
This is why Demix is a couple seed lines lower than the guys who are kind of known for their fighting.
Right,
The
right.
Syax and the Lexiuses of the world and that
Yeah.
type of thing. The 9 seeds is kind of like the god tier people.
okay,
It's
gotcha.
like, where do they go?
I
They're
see.
kind of mythological
Right,
in that way.
okay.
Yes. So anyway, we move on to the famed 5-12 matchup. The 5 seed is Yuzora from who knows where versus the 12 seed Hades.
Isn't he from a city?
A city.
People love that.
They do.
They love that. All right, Yuzora versus Hades. Here's the thing. I know we were just saying Hercules is a half god and Hades is a full god, but Hades gets fucking bodied on the daily.
Yep.
He sucks.
By Donald.
By Donald. It's...
And Yuzora is tough.
Yeah.
Let's not downplay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm rooting for Yuzora. I don't know what happened in time where I just went all in on Yuzora.
What's yours is his. Your power is his now. I mean, there is potential for an upset here for sure, but just knowing that, am I being a hypocrite for I want to advance Hercules but not Hades?
I don't think so. I think Hercules is.
I mean, Hercules
quite a bit
canonically
ahead
has
of
beaten Hades.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think Yuzora is stronger than Demix.
Yeah.
So
I think you got to put Yuzora through.
Yeah. Not that we've seen him in his true form quite yet.
True, yeah.
It does not seem.
Yeah.
So this could age possibly very poorly.
Yeah.
But as we know him now, Dylan Sprouse's Yuzora moves on to the second round.
That's right.
As we move on to the 4 versus the 13.
Okay.
4, Xion versus the 13, Donald Duck.
I hate to see it. Because I want Dolan to get some representation here, but I mean, he has Zeta Flare.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about that real quick?
Yeah, if he busts that out, how does that work?
oh no, I'm feeling something happening.
oh, if you do it, I'm gonna have to scratch something off here. I took this for granted.
It kills him though, right? It kills Donald. Like, they didn't say it killed him, but it killed him.
So I guess he's just guaranteed to lose to Zora
It's kind
because
of-
he's row stuck, but can he get one off, though?
It's kind of like the Lexius thing, right? Where Lexius can do a big, like, okay, I'm gonna body you attack,
Yeah.
but then you're basically self-destructing. People are screaming right now.
Yeah.
If they've made it
Because
this
it's
far.
Shion.
Yeah.
It's not just anybody. It's like,
It's yeah.
it's a brand, you know.
Oh my god.
What's going to happen here?
I'm gonna give it to Shion because I want to be consistent, right? I can't say, oh, Lexius would lose, but Donald would win, because it's basically the same kind of concept.
If it helps you going forward, there is no consistency in brackets. It's complete fuckery constantly.
Yeah.
There's no consistency to these things.
I'm still gonna give it to Shion.
Yeah, that feels right. I mean, she's
Yeah.
got the keyblade.
I mean, it's a 413.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to the 6 versus the 11. Something that we've kind of seen, but in a mobile game. So, does
Oh,
it
yes.
count?
Yeah.
The 6
no.
seed, Marluxia versus the 11, Maleficent.
Yeah, Maleficent sucks, to be honest. She's bad. She's not good at anything she does. Past, like, the 12-hour mark of KH1 or whatever. So, give it to Marley.
Yeah.
For sure. I think Marley just kind of scythes her in the face.
This is an interesting matchup because I think it brings up the question in this entire bracket, like, can these characters, like, transform into their greatest form?
I
'Cause,
think
like,
they
is
need to be-
Maleficent the dragon?
Right, she needs to get her heart stabbed. Can Marluxia go all big Grim Reaper nobody mode?
Right.
I think you gotta be pushed there.
Yeah.
If they can get each other there, right? But even then, I think you level them both up to like their final state. I think Marluxia can take on the dragon.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
As we move on to the 3 versus the 14. 3 is Keyblade Master Ericus, and the 14 is Zack.
You know what Ericus would say about this matchup?
Tell me.
Weak.
Yeah.
I think Ericus wins. Unless
Yeah.
he's a floaty ghost man, then I think Zack might have the one up. But then again, I think Zack might be dead by KH3.
Yeah, I had
So,
a whole
Is this
joke.
the dead guy matchup? Right
Yeah,
now?
there you go. Yeah. You should have got Orin and as the
Yeah.
11 seed. It could have been a bunch of death there.
Yeah.
I had a whole joke planned for this matchup. It was like somebody that Aqua would call dad versus someone that Aqua would call daddy.
Oh no, just one date.
But I decided to move on.
But you decided to say it anyway.
Yeah.
That's
I had
good.
a whole script planned, and then that's
really
the
good, though.
rough version of it. Yeah,
That's really good.
something like that.
All right.
All right, the 7 versus 10 matchup: Ira versus Zexion.
Zexion. What is it? I'm right here. Ira. God, Ira's so milquetoast though. Zexion could just pretend to be Gula or Aced and fucking clown on this guy.
A guy who really likes books versus a guy who really likes books.
Oh, nice.
Books!
Nice. The Book of Prophecies versus the Lexicon.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is actually kind of tough for me because Ira's really not that hot shit to me.
And we don't see him fight in 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, we've only seen him move as a sprite.
Yes.
What other foretellers have we seen? We've seen Gula lose to Genie. We've seen
Ava beat Kyrie.
Ava beat Kyrie and Aced beat Luxord.
Yeah.
I almost said Luxord again. Yeah, I mean, they're not infallible to me.
So...
Listen, I haven't seen Ira in action. I'm sure he's good, but I can't say for sure. I'm going to give it to Zexion.
Nice.
I really think Zexion could pull off some kind of fuckery to get in Ira's head.
He's a pretty good fighter, kind of like Demix. Like, you wouldn't expect it,
Yeah.
but when you actually fight him in the game, he's
Yeah.
one of the tougher battles
For
in
sure.
this game.
Yeah.
Not to get so...
I think this one might
video
upset
game
people.
about it.
I think this one might upset people more than anything else so far. Zexion Ira.
It happens, man.
Yeah, what can you do?
Alright, so 2 seed. This is another situation where what is the final form of these characters? It'll be more relevant later on, but the 2 seed is Ansem Seeker Darkness versus the 15 seed Yuffie.
Yeah, I was gonna say Yuffie can body regular SOD, but once he gets his tits out,
Uh-oh.
then it's over. No,
Look
but-
out.
Yeah, this is gonna be Ansem all the way.
Nice.
Now, if it was Ansem the Wise, I think Yuffie's got this.
Yeah, but
So.
nope. Just to be clear, when you're seeing the graphic, we're talking about the Secret
Secret
Darkness.
Darkness, yeah.
The SOD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Great Ninja Yuffie did not prevail there.
Not
Oh my
happening.
god, the Badlands.
So we move on to the Badlands, the most open area
Yeah.
in this whole thing here, for sure. I don't know how that will affect things,
Yeah.
but you tell me.
You tell me.
Number 1, Master Xehanort, the final number 1 seed that we haven't revealed yet, versus the 16 seed, Setzer!
My life is a chip in your pile. Time to ante up. Yeah, I think Nord takes that pretty easily.
Yeah, I
I
would
think
say so.
Setzer goes into a great amount of debt after that gamble.
Yeah, he's not
Gambled with his life that time.
Not a number 1 seed for no reason.
Imagine being a gambler and you're up against someone who plans for every eventuality.
Yeah, that's
you're
tough.
fucked.
Yeah, if this was Master Xehanort versus Luxord, that'd be tough.
Yeah.
Luxord versus Setzer.
Yeah. There you
That's
go. That's a little more interesting, but I think I'm still giving that to Luxord.
And in the 8-9 game, we've got an electrifying
There you go.
matchup between the 8 seed Larxene versus the 9 seed Zeus.
Oh man. It's Zeus. I'm sorry. It is. He's a fucking lightning god. Larxene can muster up all the lightning in her being, and Zeus can just, with a fingertip, that's it. Just flicker off the battlefield, right across the Badlands.
Yeah, Zeus is tough.
I want to advance Larxene, but
That's a massive sky at the Badlands, too.
That's true.
There's
You
no
got
building
all-
obscuring anything.
no lightning rods.
Yep.
You're fucked.
So we move on to the third, or the fourth and final 5-12 matchup. Terranort, the 5 seed, versus the 12 seed Cloud.
Yeah. That's actually pretty interesting. This is why you did it as a 5-12.
Swords!
It's swords, but it's also like Cloud is really good.
Yeah, Cloud's tough.
In the cutscenes especially. I mean, Cloud can go toe-to-toe with Sephiroth.
Yeah.
And do you put... Let's like kind of hypothesize an extra round here, like Sephiroth versus Terranort. Because I think Cloud eventually would prevail against Sephiroth. you know?
Really?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
I do.
Huh.
I mean, canonically he does.
What
I
a
mean, at least
take.
in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
So, would Sephiroth beat a Terranort? I don't know.
So Cloud seems pretty underseeded here.
I think you have Cloud kind of underseeded.
Yeah, that's
Um,
definitely possible.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it to Terranort just because we've seen more of him and more
Right.
of his abilities. But I think I don't think it's crazy to put Cloud ahead there.
And I don't think Terranort's, garbage or anything. I
No.
think he would probably beat Vanitas.
Yeah.
If we're comparing 5 seeds, he's probably stronger.
For sure.
All right, so we move on to the 4 versus the 13. Kind of a fire elemental
Yeah, there you go.
deal going on here. The number 4 seed is Axel, and the 13 is Jafar. What
The
do you
name's
think?
Lee now. No, I would say. Is it Genie Jafar? Are we going final forms?
Whatever you
I think
buddy.
Axel can still reach Iago and kill Genie Jafar.
I would say so.
Yeah, we'll give that to Axel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Axel's no joke. And I
Yeah.
think with the Keyblade, he's probably even a little tougher.
You know what's weird though? In my mind, I had him using the Chakram still.
Yeah, same. I think he kind of does both a little bit, right? Like towards the end, like he kind
It's
of
a
has
form
lot-
change thing that Sword does.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty tough.
He can, everyone should bring a second weapon. Like, I know it's just one weapon changing into another, but you never know when Riki's gonna show up to fucking jank your Keyblade or Yuzora.
Yeah,
so carry
true.
a pocket knife, you know?
The 6 versus the 11 matchup in the Badlands region here. The 6 is Syx and the 11 is Merlin.
We could sit here and kind of entertain the idea of Merlin. Like, we know that he can just conjure up this magical forest. He can make some furniture dance around
A door.
a door. But, like, I think in the time that it takes Merlin to cook any of that up, Syx has already cleaved through him.
Yeah,
So we're gonna give that to Syx, actually.
that seems fair.
Now we're talking Syx, Yen Sid. It's a different story.
I want to point out something interesting that I kind of manufactured when making this bracket. The potential for Axel and Syx to meet up with each other
Ooh.
in the Elite Eight.
Oh, that's fun.
I thought that would be fun because
Yeah.
we never really get a result to anything. that
Yeah,
they've
we just
ever
kind of gets like
done.
some general blocking in KH3, right?
Right.
Yeah, so
I don't know if it'll actually happen. That might be tough to actually make in practice. I
Yeah.
think this is the strongest quadrant of the bracket here. The Badlands is loaded.
yeah,
I
it is.
think.
It is.
So we move to the 3 versus the 14. The 3 seed is Aqua, and the 14 seed is a balloon. It's Baymax.
I think my feelings are the same as Baymax's here. Oh no. I think Aqua can pretty easily dismantle this personal healthcare companion, unfortunately.
He's a balloon.
He is a balloon and he's easily popped.
We move on to the 7 and 10. And this
Okay.
one might be very interesting to you too. I don't know how much you value the 10 here, but the 7 is Envy, and that 10 that I speak of is Vexen.
Yeah, I don't value the 10 that much. I
Okay.
think it's an easy NV. Yeah.
Fair play.
I could entertain an argument there, but I think we've seen Envy do a little bit more than someone like an Era.
Right.
I'm pretty confident in her ability to take down cowardly shield man Vexen.
Yeah, he's a little limited too. I don't think his moveset is anything especially intense. I think the data recreation of Sora is probably his most difficult thing to deal with, but even still, I think Envy could cover some ground. She's very quick.
Yeah.
If you watch that cutscene where the petals all split apart, great cutscene, by the way.
Cutscene.
If you watch that cutscene back, she's rather quick and aggressive, I have to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's probably the right pick
Yeah,
there.
you give that to Envy.
And then we move on to the 2 versus the 15. It's Xemnas versus Tifa.
Oh, no. Tifa, baby. I feel bad, but yeah.
Baby.
That's Xemnas.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah.
So we finally got to
I mean,
the first
Tifa gets
round.
some good hits in, though. You know, she fucking Advent Children's over and punches him in the face a couple times.
Yeah,
for
sure.
But yeah, I think Xemnas kind of ethereal blades her, gives her a little bit of the Aerith, you know?
Right.
Yeah, little one too. It's unfortunate, but...
What are your impressions after 1 round down?
I had more upsets than I thought. I thought it would kind of be, you know, I glanced at it before we started. You know, I kind of like, okay, I know what characters are here. I didn't like really play anything out in my head, but there were more, you know, upsets or lower seeds beating higher seeds than I thought there would be.
When you pick all the higher seeds, that's what we call chalk.
Chalk.
You say it's a very chalky bracket.
Gotcha. I'm learning.
This is what we call the round of 32.
Oh boy.
We return back up to the seashore for a chance to
right.
go to the Sweet 16.
Okay.
Our first matchup, the 1 seed, Sora, returns to battle the 8 seed, Yen Sid.
Oh man. That actually is interesting, is it not? Is it not a little interesting?
It's a little interesting. I know where I would go, but
I know.
let's see you justify something else than the obvious.
Yensid is a master. Sora's not. This we know. I know. You're not big on the honorific titles.
Value
you don't like it when
master at
people
all.
are masters, doctors. You know. You don't like that. You don't like that
especially
professor.
The real world application of this, I do not value that at all.
Yeah.
You're correct. Yes.
Yeah, it's Sora, right? But like, I'm not mad at anyone who makes a case for Yensid.
I'd be a little mad at somebody making a case for
A little
Yen
bit?
Sid. Yeah. I mean, he's an old ass man. Like, if we
Yeah.
saw him in his prime at any time during the series, maybe I'd have a little change of heart. He'd also
Yeah.
probably be a higher seed. He'd probably be
Yeah.
higher than the foretellers.
Yeah.
If you mixed Moses powers with
Right.
a younger version
Like
of
an
him,
Ericus
then I
kind
can see
of
it.
era wielder. Yeah.
But in his old man form, I think Sora's dealt with tougher things than
You're right.
the Moses powers.
But I will entertain a case, is all I'm saying.
All right, fine.
All right.
Maybe I will too.
Okay.
If I'm in a good mood that day.
Yeah, it depends.
All right. We go up to the rare 4-12 matchup. Maybe it's not extremely rare, but you see it from time to time. The 4-12, the 4 seed is Terra, and the 12 seed is Auron.
Ah, damn. That's going to be Terra.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, Auron, he's good. He's a very skilled guardian.
Yeah.
FF10 Auron might be able to take BBS Terra. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting.
Especially because he's... Spoilers. That's all. don't want to ruin that for anybody.
When I was making the bracket, I kind of had in my head, oh, it'd be interesting to get the 4 versus 5 to get Terra versus Vanitas, because they never really had a great fight before.
They've never had it out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of like Terra battling Vanitas and Master Xehanort, but nobody's going really hard there.
Yeah, true.
So it would have been interesting
I want
to
a
see,
1v1.
but- Yeah.
There's still time, you know. I don't believe that Vanitas is dead, do you?
No,
He'll be back.
I would say no.
Yeah, he better
There's
be.
also Darkness.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so Terra moves on to the Sweet 16.
Okay.
For another chance to go to the Sweet 16, it's a 3 seed Mickey Mouse versus the 6 seed Zaldin.
Okay, give it to Mickey. I mean, in my canon, Mickey did beat Zaldin, you know, in KH2. When you lose to Zaldin on the bridge
Interesting.
and Mickey shows up to save the day.
That's an interesting justification.
I know Sora has to deal the final blow and everything, but Mickey pretty much, you know, he saved the day for that.
He does most of the work.
Yeah,
The heavy
so-
lifting is Michael.
Yeah, even if I didn't have that, I think he still give that to Michael.
Nice. So we move on to an ancient matchup here in the final matchup of the Seashore, round of 32 matchups. It's the 2 seed Lushu versus the 7 seed Aced.
I think you give it to Lushu, right?
It's possible.
It's possible. I mean, you can make a case for Aced, right? But I know we haven't seen Lushu do anything, but I even think like a Zigbar is so wise beyond his years.
Yeah.
Whereas Aced is, you know, I don't know where he's been all this time, where he shows up in the epilogue, but I think Braig / Zigbar / Lushu has picked up a couple of tricks along the road.
Yeah.
That doesn't even really matter. you know, what Ased's been up to. If he's
Yeah.
just been dormant all this time, who knows? But I think we give that to Lucio.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
So we move on down to the Dark City section
No
here.
boy. Oh no.
Very interesting matchup here. The 1 seed, the Master Masters, who we haven't seen much from, versus the 9 seed, Genie.
This is so impossible. This is literally impossible.
Do it.
All right. Oh man.
Make it happen.
You have to assume that the Master of Masters can competently deal with a genie. He can foretell his own demise, and like he has a book of prophecies, right?
Right.
The man knows how to beat a genie. You know, whether I don't even think he needs to go for the lamp. I think somehow Master of Masters can just fucking bisect the genie in half
Right.
and kill him somehow.
Interesting.
Like I feel like he has the secrets of the universe in his palm.
Right.
Again, this is something where I would definitely entertain Genie taking it, but I think I give it to the Master of Masters.
So you're willing to put that down on your bracket
I
then?
am willing to put that down. You know, we got a Gula versus Genie like in round 1. I could see a Gula not being able to handle this mythical being, but
Right.
I think a Master of Masters kind of has that hidden knowledge
Gotcha.
and ability to deal with that.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
So we move on to a very interesting 4 versus 5. Our first 4 versus 5 that we've dealt with so far.
Ooh.
It's Ventus versus Sephiroth.
That is really fun. That's really fun.
Yeah, I
mean-
like this one.
Well, you got a Sora, right?
Mm-hmm.
Canonically, Sora beat Sephiroth twice
Right.
with Ven inside.
Yeah.
But like Ven on his own? Because Ven is not as strong as Sora,
No.
obviously.
Yep.
Even if we're taking into account him being a very old man.
Yep. This we all believe. I
Yeah.
think that Sora is...
Yeah, for sure.
If it was Sora versus Ventus, nobody would...
No,
probably be
no one's
picking
batting an eye,
Ventus.
yeah. If you're taking like KH3 Ven, you know, let's even say that he's gotten to stretch a little bit after his nap, right?
Yeah.
I still think like a KH2 Sephiroth can probably beat Ven. Is that so crazy?
No, I don't think so. He's got a lot of moves.
Yeah, he's got range.
Yes, he does.
Ven's got this stupid Keyblade that he's not even wielding the right way.
Yeah.
He's holding it wrong.
Yeah, and Sephiroth's got like balls of darkness and everything
Yeah,
flying
Steve
around.
Harvey's
It's a
Angels.
lot to handle.
Yeah.
What is this Steve Harvey's Angels?
You don't know that? That's from you know when he goes descend heartless
Yeah, of
angel.
course.
I always I think he's saying Steve Harvey's Angels
Mm.
because there's always a controversy over what he was saying because the strategy guy says he's saying Sin Harvest, but everyone else says he's saying descend heartless angel, which is what he's saying.
Interesting.
But I like to say it's Steve Harvey's Angels.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right, so the 3 versus the 11.
Okay.
The 3 seed is Roxas, and the 11 seed is Riku Replica for a chance to go to the Sweet 16.
Now we have some precedence here.
Right.
Roxas did beat Riku before Riku, you know, gave in to the Ansem SOD stuff at the end of days and, you know, started to.
He defeated a Riku once.
I defeated a Riku once. The citation needed, right? we
Yeah.
need to see the notes there.
Yeah.
I think a Roxas can beat a Riku replica.
So the 2 seed, Young Xehanort, takes on the 7 seed, a foreteller, Ava. What do you think?
You know, I think it's pretty solidly Young Xehanort, as much
Okay.
as I hate it. You kind of you can make a case for Ava.
I don't know if I have that case in mind.
Yeah.
I think that I would have to
It
think
can be
about it
made.
for a moment.
Yeah.
I should mention, maybe I should mention it at the beginning, but I am very bad at actually filling out brackets.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a lot of experience
like making.
creating them.
Yeah.
Yes, but I leave it to other people to actually fill them out. So, like when I fill out a March Madness bracket, I'm garbage.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every single year, I
Right.
pick like the champion to lose in the first round. I'm poopy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not one to ask, but I would probably look that one over a bit. But Young
Yeah.
Xehanort feels like a good pick.
I don't know, and he's also another character that has this kind of this knowledge, you know, like
Right.
he's so like omniscient about things that I
yeah.
feel like he can kind of outmaneuver an Ava in combat. So
Omniscient. In that
Yeah.
case, Joshua over Ava.
oh jeez, never mind, I take it all back.
So we go to the top of the Grand Hall.
All right.
Riku versus Hercules. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you give that to Riku.
Yeah,
I
that
think if
seems
Sora can handle Hercules pretty confidently, Riku
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah.
And so we can move on pretty quickly to
Yes.
Xion versus Yuzora, which I think is another one of the
Ooh,
most interesting matchups.
That is
on
really
here.
interesting.
Yeah.
You know, Xion, I mean, if we've seen Xion go in like full final boss mode, you know, not technically because you got to fight Riku after her.
Yeah.
But Xion, I just haven't seen enough of her beyond that. Like, we get this whole boss fight with Yuzora, and he's so good, bro.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
He can just steal her shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Xion is really tough, though, and would have been the toughest boss in the Remind Limit Cut.
True.
Because of the data fight.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's pulling out some of those moves, I could see it being a little closer. I tend to think Yuzora, his fight is tougher.
I do,
It might be
too.
the toughest fight in the entire series, so... I don't know what you make of that.
I'm
but...
giving it to Yuzora. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Xion fans, but, like, Yuzora's so good.
Yeah.
He can just steal her shit.
Yeah. That should be interesting to see in the future.
Yeah.
That sets up a very interesting Sweet 16 matchup that we'll talk about.
I mean, Yuzora's going to end up being one of the most powerful characters. He'll be a 1 seed one day. Talk to me in 10 years, you'll be seeding Yuzora number 1.
We'll have to do this again in 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Old Pat.
Right before KH4 comes out.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's tough to
jeez.
hear.
Yeah.
Well, forget the bracket. That's it.
I'm depressed.
All right, so we've got a 3 versus a 6 here. The 3 seed is Ericus, and the 6 seed is Marluxia.
I think Ericus wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's classically trained in the Keyblade. I know, we're talking Master again, but I think even still.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically Marluxia isn't not a Keyblade wielder.
I don't
right?
think he's pulling it out in this fight, though.
No, yeah,
you know?
he's all scythe right now. I think Ericus gets this.
I feel like I've used the phrase "pulling it out" too much in this.
Say it a couple more times before we're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to work it in.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so a 10 seed moved on to the round of 32, and that was Zexion.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna have to deal with 2 seed and some Secret
Oh, yeah.
Darkness.
You give that to Ansem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels right.
Zexion submits. He witnesses true power. Whatever combination of battle quotes you want to use there.
Yep.
Zexion's feeling the full brunt of
I'm
it.
sure they will work their way into this right about now.
Yeah.
Insert Anthem quotes.
There you go.
All right, so we move on down to the Badlands, our final region before we could get into those Sweet 16
Oh,
matchups.
boy.
Master Xehanort, the 1 seed, versus the 9 seed Zeus. This is so absurd.
It is so absurd. Like, I'm almost wondering if I should have had Zeus go this far already. Like, maybe Larcene could have bodied Zeus. Because I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about Zeus and, Hercules, the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's very strong, I mean, he's literally a god. He can throw lightning bolts like it's nobody's business. But he does get, fucking Arbok Gen 1 Pokemon binded by the Titans.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
In KH3.
Yeah.
So it's like, Master Xehanort is not a Titan, but, Titans aren't gods.
Yeah.
They're just big, Unless I'm missing something from Greek mythology, which I very well may be. You give that to Master Xehanort, but again, I'm not gonna argue that anyone would say, well, Zeus is a god.
Yeah, this is one where I could see the case, but I tend to think that Master Xehanort is gonna come out of that one.
I think if Hades can sick a couple of Titans on Zeus to get them all wrapped up, I think Master Xehanort could come up with something.
Right.
He does plan for every eventuality.
It's true.
So...
It's true. And if he beats Setzer, then
Right,
he could definitely handle
he's
Zeus.
truly unstoppable.
Yeah. All right, so 4 versus 5. This one's really fun. I'm sure there would be a lot of very interesting banter in this fight. The 4 is Axel, and the 5 is Terranort.
Oh boy.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Fuck. That's tough. Terranor's the 5, and Axel's the 4.
Yeah. Axel had some protagonist powers.
Some protagonist
getting
juice.
that.
He's
Yeah.
boost on the juice.
Yeah. Plus he had the multiple weapons and everything,
Yeah.
so these things were all considered.
I don't know.
Terranort's got the chains, though.
He does. I think it's Terranort, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I mean, Axel, he's cooler than he is good at fighting. I mean, he is good at fighting, but I don't see him taking on a Terranort.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a valiant attempt, but I think Terranort gets him in the chains.
Axel gets bodied a little bit.
He kind of does.
He gets,
he beats Vexen, but he kind of lets Sora do all the work.
Yeah.
And
he let Riku Replica do all the work against X.
It's true. He really just comes in for, I'm here for the scraps. That's
Yep.
what he does.
And he doesn't...
A real Frank Reynolds, yeah.
And when he fights against Marluxia, it's not conclusive or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, Marluxia might have kicked his ass.
It's true, yeah.
definitely
Give us a
possible.
couple more minutes. Yeah.
He
might be more bark than bite.
Yeah, he kills people after they've already kind of been.
Yeah, it's like between you and me,
pushed
I already wore them down before the little guy came in. That's the fucking Sean Astin Hercules move. Where it's like, oh yeah, I let Sora take down Cerberus, but actually it was all me.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Axel's whole game plan.
Bite me, Axel.
Yeah, jeez.
3 versus 6.
Okay.
The 3 seed is Aqua, and the 6 seed is Syx.
Aqua Sayax.
What do you think?
I think you gotta give it to Aqua.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I hate to do it to your boy, but
No, that's okay. I'm just glad he got one win.
I mean, the moon exhilarates him, but Aqua, you know, she's been training for decades.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have no quarrel with that choice.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Aqua's tough. She's a master. And
Aqua wants to see him die fighting.
Yeah, she's very magical as well. Don't forget that magic. I think anybody with magic has like a big leg up in this whole thing.
Okay, Sayax, and is it daytime or is it nighttime?
Yeah, right.
If it's daytime, you're fucked.
I mean, the Badlands seem to mostly be during the daytime,
It does.
so he is kind of in trouble there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that the
There you go.
geography
There you
gets
go.
involved.
Yeah,
That's why I did this.
That's why you did it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so the 2 seed is Xemnas, and the 7 seed is Envy, and then we get to move on to Sweet 16. This is so exciting. We're making progress, Patty.
I think it's gonna be Xemnas here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just haven't seen enough from Envy yet to make, you know, give her any more credit there.
Not to skip ahead, but Aqua is surrounded by Nort properties.
Oh
there.
god, she might have to go anti-Aqua.
Yeah.
Is that her final form?
Man, is she using that?
Is
That's
she stronger? Is she stronger that way?
I don't think so.
No.
I think Light Aqua is her best form.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay. Oh, I love this so much. We're now in the Sweet 16.
Oh boy.
We're on the seashore. This matchup. I don't know, like, what the canon result of this has been in the past.
Yeah.
It's Sora versus Terra. The 1 versus the 4.
Oh wow. I mean, it's interesting, but it's not that interesting. Like I think it's Sora.
Okay.
I mean, I think Sora just like can outmaneuver a Terra. You know, like he's not. Sora and Terra are pretty much on a similar level in terms of like Keyblade ability. Like, are they not?
I was thinking mostly like Lingering Will. I feel like he is.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking, but yeah, we have that precedence there. But Sora has defeated Lingering Will
with Donald and Goofy, which
That's
I think
true.
kind of throws a wrench into some of the Sora stuff.
Yeah, but they're kind of born to die there anyway. Are
they don't
not?
do very much in that fight. So I think in this case it's Sora. In other cases, I could see maybe Donald and Goofy being more relevant too.
I mean, the only advantage now is that like Terra has like 2 less people to kill within a minute.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's like move on. It's like household chores. Yeah, I think that's Sora, but I don't know. Like Sora's got his form changes. Terra's able to like have Keyblade armor and like transform his weapon, but you know they're both kind of on a similar power level. But I think Sora can just kind of outmaneuver a Terra.
Yep. All right. Cool. So Sora's the first person to move on to the Elite 8 in the Seashore region. Very nice. So the 2 seed, Luxord, is going to take on the 3 seed, Mickey, to go to the Elite 8. I think that's very fun, too.
Yeah.
It'd be very entertaining to watch in real time.
Oh, man. I don't know. We're looking at like a Xigbar, Luxord. I don't really know if I see him losing to Mickey.
Oh. That's very interesting.
I don't know what to do here. I mean, it's Luxord, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, Luxord's on the bracket. On my bracket that I'm looking at, I have Xigbar / Luxord.
Right.
What does it all mean, though?
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
we don't know what he's capable of.
Right.
But we also don't know what like an Envy is capable of, right? So am I overestimating a Luxord? I probably am.
I don't know. I mean,
it might be.
Some of this is speculation.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's half the fun.
Yes.
It's agonizing though. It's honestly tearing me up.
So what do we think?
Fuck me. God damn it. I think I'm giving it to Michael.
Oh boy.
I just don't know. We don't know what he can do.
That sets up a dream matchup in the Elite 8 that I love so much.
Well, we know that like Mickey could beat Xigbar, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
But like, can Mickey beat like a Luxord unlocked at his full potential? I don't know. I'm just going to assume he can.
Yeah. I mean, and even if he can...
Actually, are we way too high on Mickey? How good is he really?
I mean, he's very inconsistent in these things.
Right.
I mean, he could just, like, manifest whenever Sora needs him. Like, that's a pretty powerful trait there.
Yeah, true.
I mean, he's got, like, serious light powers. He could just, like, stop time and space against the guy who, like, controls time and space.
You're right.
I mean, he could do these things. He could, like, change time travel's waves. I mean... I think he is definitely powerful. We just don't like his character.
No, I know.
We should not let that get in
the
way
of he went this far because I respected like everything I knew about his like combat abilities.
Right.
But like not even independent of the character stuff. Like I don't know. I always wonder if, like, are we just overestimating him because he's kind of like this little Yoda character that's, like, flipping around and shit. But you did bring up, like, the Stopsa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where do you learn all this shit? You know? Like, I know he's training under Yen Sid, but, like, does that mean Yen Sid's got Stopsa then, right? Like, there's no way he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
So maybe we're sleeping on Yen Sid again.
I mean, he got a dub, and then he lost to Sora,
Yeah,
I
you're right.
think.
All right,
I mean,
fair
if anything, I slept on him in making the bracket.
Right,
He was
right.
maybe too low of a seed.
I
But
think, you know,
I
we
like
give
where
it to
he is.
Mickey, yeah.
Yep.
I hate it, though. I hate to do it.
Let's see how you feel about this one.
All right.
In the Dark City Sweet 16 matchup, we've got the number 1 seed, the Master Masters, versus the 5 seed, Sephiroth.
I think this is where, man, again, like, we don't know what Master Masters is capable of, but I think Sephiroth's, his run ends here.
So that's the end of Sephiroth?
Yeah, I think so.
Mark it down for Mom.
I mean, when you have the ability to make water clones, it's like, how do you beat that?
Yeah, right. That's,
I'm just gonna keep going
Yeah.
back there.
please no.
Please don't.
No.
I mean, when you're Sora from the future, like, how do you really argue with that?
Jesus. Stop.
When you're Sora with, like, a mortgage, you know, and kids,
If this bracket ever makes its way to Reddit and everybody has Demix and Mom in the championship, it'd be like, yo, it's the same character.
Wow, how do you
could
do
you
this?
pick a winner for
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
It's a shame.
Big yucky. Big
Oh,
yucky.
I'm sorry to do it.
So we move on to the 2 versus the 3 in the Dark City. That is Young Xehanort as the 2 seed versus the 3 seed Roxas.
Wow. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Sora beat Young Xehanort.
Yep.
I think Roxas is almost as good as Sora.
Yeah.
So I give it to Roxas, actually.
Nice.
Fuck Young Xehanort.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
I don't mind seeing him go.
Yeah.
How do you
I love
like
to see
those
it.
3 seeds right now.
I do.
They're advancing quite nicely right
Yeah.
now with Mickey and Roxas.
Yeah.
All right. Now up to the Grand Hall.
Okay.
Sweet 16 matchup between 2 boys who look a lot like each other.
No, yeah.
1 seed Riku versus the 5 seed Yuzora.
Heterochromia versus normal eyes. Right? Whatever that condition.
Oh yeah, you know we totally didn't have that before
Yeah.
with any of the other ones.
Let's
with
see.
Yuzora.
That's the only way to tell them apart, you know. I don't know. What's the canon ending of Remind? Sora wins?
I think so.
Yeah. I almost think it's more interesting if he loses, to be honest.
Yeah.
I almost want to say it is canon that he loses,
Yeah, that's fine.
but I think Riku could take Yuzora.
really,
I do. He's a 1 seed. He's the 1 seed. He's 1 seed for a reason. He's so good. He's a master. He's very strong.
Boo, boo.
Ugh. I mean, listen. I don't know. Riku's better than Sora.
Really?
Yeah, he is.
Oh man,
He is.
That's
If
very
they meet up, he
interesting.
wins.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm excited to see how this goes. Then.
Riku with nothing else and Sora with nothing else, Riku wins.
Wow.
For sure. What's Sora gonna do? Calling his friends? They're fucking gone.
I'm not good at filling out brackets. You're the
I don't know.
master here.
Maybe I'm being spicy, but I think it's Riku.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, all I could think about when I think about Riku as a 1 seed, like, I almost thought about dropping him down to, like, a 2.
Oh, really?
To be honest with you.
Wow.
I just didn't have anybody to put in his place. My thing with Riku is, like, I just think about the Dark World scenes in Cage 3.
That's true.
Where he's kind of getting smashed. Like, his Keyblade snaps in half.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm thinking about Sora had to bail him out against Antioch.
But I'll say this, I'll bring it back to geography. We're not in the Dark World. I think Dark World does something to you. I think Dark World turns you into like one of those little polyps from Ursula's lair. You know? And be, like in your soul, more so.
It didn't affect Sora.
But we're in the Grand Hall. Riku's been
affect
here.
Sora.
That's true. That's true. But again, Sora kind of comes in to clean up. You know, he does the axle strap.
It goes with the axle.
Sora's there for 2
Gotcha.
minutes at the very end. You know, after the ad run.
Right.
So it's like I think Sora got an easy way out there.
Okay.
Also, Riku was stuck, babysitting Michael. So
Point is Riku over Yuzora.
yes, that's the point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The 2 seed versus the 3 seed in the Grand Hall.
Okay.
Master Ericus. Master Ericus.
Ericus, my father.
He's the 3 seed
Uh-huh.
versus the 2 seed. Ansem Secret Darkness.
That's interesting too.
Yeah.
Not one you really entertain.
Yeah, right. This is a very odd pairing. here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're all kind of odd in their way, but
Yeah.
like this one, as far as original characters go, you wouldn't
Yeah.
see these two in the same frame.
Right. Big darkness versus big light.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting way to
Yeah.
frame it.
I mean, I don't know. If Terra could beat an Ericus, I think Ansem could beat an Ericus. Because I think Ansem is probably... Oh, I don't know, though. I mean, Ansem is Terra. So, it's a rematch, really.
Yeah.
It's kind of a rematch. I think Ansem wins.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Keyblade's not going to save you here.
We move on down to the Badlands.
Okay.
Very interesting here. I'm excited to hear what your take is.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what anybody else's take on it would be. Because it's got like big implications in the series. The 1 seed Master Xehanort versus the 5 seed Terranort.
This is like an impossible match right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not because you have them coexisting in KH3, right?
Right.
But, I mean, the whole reason Master Xehanort possessed Terra is because he was so old.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Like, he was like, well, I have my brain and my heart, but, like, my body's shitty. So all I need is a good body, and then I'm set.
Right.
I have all my abilities, all of my knowledge, just with a better body that's not going to die of Kingdom Hearts old age.
Right. So why would he do the Terra thing if this matchup was not to say that?
Right, and why would you turn yourself into Terranort if you didn't think Terranort would be a better version of yourself?
Exactly what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, fuck. But then
it's awkward because it's the 1 seed, but it's also like in the
yeah,
series.
it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know though. Like Terranort. Okay, let's just logic this out. If Terranort wanted, could he just do anything that Master Xehanort can do when we see him do it as Master Xehanort?
It feels like no, right?
That's what I think.
Because I feel
right?
like he would have busted those things out.
But why doesn't he?
He would have pulled those things out.
Are we just making a plot hole right now? Like, why didn't Terranort do like Ultima?
It's possible. It's possible that we're just complicating things here. I mean, it feels that Master Xehanort is like the most powerful character in the whole thing.
Right.
But like,
but he's
when we
literally
actually...
it's such a self-own, right?
Yeah.
To admit that like, well, I'm not that good actually. I need a
Right.
new body.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so tough. I hope people are empathizing with the pain that I'm feeling right now. Like I hope people aren't like, you fucking idiot. It's obviously Master Xehanort. You understand the case I'm trying to make.
I understand it completely.
I'm asking if the
mean,
comments do, and hopefully they can respond, you know, whenever this comes out.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. What do you think?
I mean, based on what we've been saying here, I would probably say Terranort wins.
Yeah.
But not based on what we've actually seen, which is kind of a icky feeling.
Yeah. It is icky. That's the problem.
Because, I mean, just when I'm looking down the bracket, like, I would have it go a certain way
Yeah.
where, like, he would not make the Final Four and take away some of the ickiness. But, I mean, I'm being such a bracket maker about it.
Yeah.
I'm not being
Right.
very
A
helpful
participant.
here. But I would feel not terrible if we said it's Terranort because of, like, what actually happened.
Did we entertain Terranort versus Cloud way too much?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way we're justifying Terranort possibly over Master Xehanort now, it makes no sense that we were talking about Cloud.
I'm a stickler for
potentially.
consistency.
Yeah.
I think I really wanted to go Terranort, but like the more I think about it, I'm like thinking myself in circles here. But I think I'm gonna go with Master Xehanort.
Master Nord.
Why do I always get stuck with the icky jobs? Damn, I
move
wanted to do it though. I really did.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded it.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, I totally would have got where you're coming
You see,
from.
yeah, you see the logic.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. I think, you know, anybody familiar with the reason why Master Xehanort does his thing,
Yeah.
I think they would understand the thought process there.
Yeah.
So then we go on to the 2 seed Xemnas versus the 3 seed Aqua. What do you think?
Wow.
It's been far too long.
Friend.
Ooh,
Yo, I got
voice crack, nice.
That's alright. You want to do it? You want to do it again?
No. Nope, I want the voice crack.
Okay,
Thanks.
gotcha. Xemnas versus Aqua. Wow. You know, I think it's Aqua actually pretty solidly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the final like Mumu Coat Xemnas is a Sora Riku team up,
Yeah.
but you know we see Sora is able to handle him. You know, Memory Skyscraper, in that battle. I mean, I know it's not technically like an L, like it's
Right.
Xemnas being like, I want to go do something else now. Mama said it's my turn to go on the big nobody ship.
Yeah.
But like, I think Aqua could win. I mean, if Xemnas is kind of a Terra, you know, vestigial Terra, then I
Yeah.
think Aqua beats a Terra.
The seed lines would say that is the case.
Yeah.
So I don't mind.
So it
that.
is technically, I mean, Aqua's a lower seed there. You might have been too low on Aqua, to be honest.
It's possible.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say for Xemnas is one time Nomura said that Xemnas is the strongest character in the...
Yeah, but he's like the least reliable source.
Yeah, he's he also said like Master Xehanort is like 90 years old.
Yeah, he looks great. If he is, he looks great.
Yeah, I don't know what his exact thing was, but Master Xehanort's way too like agile. Plus, if him and Ericus are the same age, then how is Ericus like over 65?
Yeah,
that doesn't
not
feel
well
right.
thought out.
Yeah, big bad hours there.
Yeah, we'll give it to Aqua.
Another 3-seed, Patty.
There you go.
Love those 3-seeds.
We love it.
Okay.
Elite 8.
Yeah, so we've made it to the Elite 8 finally.
All right.
And we're on the seashore still.
Okay.
This is the one to go to Skaled Kylam,
Oh,
where
boy.
the Final Four will be taking place.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So, on the seashore, we've got glorious matchup between Sora and Mickey.
Oh my god.
Don't mess this one up.
It's Sora.
Yes!
Right? I
Yes!
mean, yeah, fuck Mickey.
Yeah.
He's had enough.
He needs to go.
I've had enough of this.
Yep.
I just think, I mean, maybe if we're talking like KH2 era Sora, maybe he loses.
Yeah.
But I think Sora has gone through the rigmarole enough that he could take down a Michael Mouse. Right?
I think,
Or no.
I think it'd be very cathartic for Sora to beat the shit out of Mickey after
Yeah.
all that doubting and everything.
Right.
I think there's added motivation.
He's not even
to
using
guard.
the actual key. Like he's actually just beating him with the yellow handle part of the kingdom key. Like, this is what you get for saying I'm not good.
Right, just doing like some brass knuckles shit with
Yeah,
the
exactly.
hilt.
Yeah. I don't know, like, and listen, maybe I'm too high on Sora here, but like, I know Mickey's got this, the Stopsa again, but I don't know. I think Sora by the end of KH3, well, not the end of KH3,
Yeah. Right.
but I think he can take on Mickey for sure.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I think that totally makes sense, and again, it's also cathartic for me as well.
For me, for the viewers,
Yep.
for everybody.
Everybody wants
Everybody
this.
wins, right? Who's really mad right now?
Thanks, Patty.
Look at yourself in the mirror before you make a comment, okay?
Yeah, this is the real gift of this bracket
Mhm.
right here. Setting up Sora versus Mickey was intentional.
Right.
And then having this
There you
in
go.
the video
Yeah.
is a big dub right here.
A humble gift from your elders, at least according to my analytics, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
All right, so down in the Dark City.
Oh yeah, we're just doing one per. Okay, wow,
Yeah.
that's the Elite 8.
Yeah.
All right,
Here we are.
here we are.
The 1 seed, the Master Masters.
Yeah.
Versus the 3, Roxas.
Fuck, I hate that dude.
Sorry.
I think it's Master Masters. Like I know we don't see him ever do literally anything,
Yeah.
but like his fucking name is Master Masters.
Yeah.
It's like Big Dick Iron Fist Johnson, you
Yeah.
know? Like, that's all you really need. Like, I'm intimidated by the name.
Just think of the chain that he created, you know, like...
Right, he is the
He-
source of, like, a Master Xehanort.
Right.
You know?
He's the source of, like, almost everybody with a Keyblade. He
Yeah.
is the source of everybody with
Yeah,
a Keyblade
he is.
here.
He is.
Yeah. I mean,
Ugh.
it's hard not to choose him in that one specifically. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know... Like, I don't know what you have planned here, but, like...
I hate that. I think he's gonna win, Sam.
I don't know. We'll come back to it.
All right.
Let's move on, and then we'll return.
Oh, that's so terrible.
This one's a little corny up here in the
Yeah.
Grand Hall.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not very fun.
Oh, wow.
But it's the 1 seed Riku versus the 2 seed and some Secret Darkness.
It is pretty fun, though.
Yeah.
It's Riku. It's like one of the easiest ones,
Right.
honestly, because we just know that it's true.
Yeah.
You know that it's true.
So then in the final Elite 8 matchup, Master Xehanort, the 1 seed down in the Badlands versus the 3 seed Aqua.
Okay, am I missing something, or like, has there ever been an Aqua versus Master Xehanort 1v1?
There's not.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Take Aqua's life!
Man. Oh, shit. I don't know, man. Well, help me talk through this.
Well, yeah, I could certainly see like a case for either.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the idea of, you know,
You are
these higher
talking
seeds.
such like generalities so
Yeah.
far.
I mean, I think that if we're not thinking like Master Xehanort in his goat suit and everything,
Yeah.
like I think I would probably take Aqua
Yeah.
in this matchup. If it was
Me
just
too.
like Keyblade versus Keyblade, I
Yeah.
want Aqua in that one.
But with the Keyblade.
Yeah.
I mean, Sora beat Master Xehanort, and I think Aqua could beat Sora.
Kind of did not, though.
You're
Master
right,
Xehanort
actually.
would have killed Sora.
Yeah, if not for
Donald
Donald
the
and Goofy.
were there.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Shit.
Like, what is the Aqua equivalent of that? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that Master Xehanort could have pulled off. This is theoretical completely, but I don't
Yeah.
know if Master Xehanort could have pulled off like the turn Sora into anti-Sora thing
Right,
against
on Aqua, yeah.
Like,
or maybe it would have been easier because
Yeah, it's
she's got
possible
so much
because
darkness from being
earlier in the game.
I don't know.
similar
I
thing
think
happens.
maybe we're just sleeping on how truly powerful Master Xehanort is. Like, he
Yeah.
is very strong.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean,
I know because he's out of the picture now, like he's old news, kind
Yeah.
of, but I think we got to give it to him here.
yeah, I mean, once again, that's kind of the intention of the bracket.
Yeah.
Like, ideally, as the bracket maker, you want all the higher seeds to
Yeah,
win. Like,
right.
that's kind of your goal.
Yeah.
You kind of know you're doing a good job
Mhm.
if that's what you do. You sneak some, like, weird things in there, but
Right.
I don't don't mind seeing
And that's another one where I'm willing to entertain that, like Aqua in her prime, without any fatigue from the Dark Realm and any of that.
Right.
I think there's a case, but I don't know. Master Xehanort, even in just like that first cutscene we got of him back in 2005,
Right.
it's like, man, it's fucking good.
He bends reality.
Yeah,
I mean, that
he's-
is so tough.
yeah,
And it's in the Badlands. Like, I
True.
feel like that's kind of his territory,
yeah,
you know?
that's his area. Yeah,
Like a wide open space. I feel like he's better in that type of environment.
yeah.
Like if this was the Grand Hall, especially just that platform,
Yeah.
maybe I'd say
Yeah.
like Aqua, you can't fit a bunch of shit like Master
Right,
Xehanort
yeah,
wants.
true.
Yeah.
And he's moving on to another home court in a way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Kylam.
Yep. And
boy.
let's go there then.
Final four.
The Final Four. It's all the number 1 seeds.
All right.
So I at
Yeah.
least partly did my
Oh,
job here.
jeez.
Sora versus the Masters, which, again, talk about things that may not age well. We might have an answer to this in like 25 years.
It's like a self-conflict,
In 2042, at the 40-year anniversary,
Yeah.
March Caprice.
There you go.
We'll have the answer to this one.
Oh god. Again, like I don't know what the Master of Masters is capable of, but I've got to think that if you were to pluck Master of Masters from, back cover times
Yeah.
and pluck Sora from KH3, Master of Masters is going to win. He's going to beat that boy. Right? Is he not?
I mean, I probably would say yes to that. My argument for Sora here, and I don't even know if I would pick
Yeah.
him if I was like filling this out seriously, but like my argument would be like, this is the body of work question here.
Right.
I
and
mean, Sora's
it's
just got
literally
such an
a
extensive
huge body of work versus no body of work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like it would, if I was like filling out a March Madness bracket, because
Yeah.
that's like all I can compare it to.
Right,
I feel
right.
like if a team played 10 games in the season versus a team that played like 25 games during the season,
Yeah.
and we just had such a good picture of who that team was, and they
Yeah.
were like meshing well and everything.
Right.
I would not be able to pick against that team for anything other than like maybe fatigue or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's not a question for a bracket like this. So like for me, Sora's like body of work is so extensive, and even though he probably would have got offed by Master Xehanort in that last fight, like I don't know if that completely reverses like all that other like winning throughout
Yeah.
time. Like he's never lost. He's never lost.
Yeah.
So it's like very hard for me to not go with like that massive body of work.
I
versus
just think
Master
I'm
Masters.
going back to like if Master Masters can defeat Genie.
Yeah.
A fucking like infallible god creature. Like it's just a kid.
I
with
would
a key.
also pick Sora to beat Genie though.
Yeah, I think I probably would too.
Yeah.
Ah, I hate this. He has a book of the future, Sam.
Yeah. But I think it's run out now though, right? That's why
Yeah,
he's back.
that's
I don't
true.
think that shit matters no more.
Wow, imagine having a book that like only goes up to like 2010.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like, well,
Shit,
now
I guess
we're
the world
just,
might end in 2012.
Yeah.
Who knows? Gotta send my eye into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he with one eye or two eyes?
yeah.
in
Is
this
does he have
matchup?
depth perception or not? Goddamn to hell the people who think that Master Master's literal eye is a big blue cat eye that he put in a Keyblade. Curse you.
I remember like the
You
night
fool.
back cover came out. Like I feel like it was that night I texted him. It's just like, yo, so it's not the literal eye.
Right.
Let's just make this clear. Like
Yeah.
that was like an initial thought of the
It's
thing.
like, oh fuck no, no
Yeah.
way. Shit, I'm just like delaying the inevitable. I'm stalling big time.
Yeah.
How fucking boring is it though if Sora or the Master Masters wins?
I think it's
What if Master Masters doesn't even know how to fight?
Yeah,
Just
I was
'cause
gonna
he's-
say it might be horseshit if Master Masters win. Like at least if Sora wins,
You can-
like we
yeah.
could say, all right, there's a lot of precedence for this. Like it's not.
Yeah, you have a good point here, and like we were kind of dogging Axel for being all bark and no bite. That could be Master of Masters.
Yeah.
The name Master of Masters is a huge bark. It's a
Yeah.
Bork even. You know, it's a wolf.
Yeah.
But it's like, I haven't seen him in action. I gotta give it to Sora.
Nice.
Again, this is one I'll entertain more than anything else. Especially when Master of Masters whips out that move where he jets across the arena with the water.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't stop. That's the last joke I make on that, so that's good.
To the other Final Four matchup, this one's also in Scarlet Kylum.
Yes.
So keep your mind there.
Right.
It's the 2-1 seeds, as mentioned before. It's Riku versus Master Xehanort.
Wow. I know it's home turf, right? But like,
You're really high on Riku.
I am.
I
think
don't
he's-
want to abandon your former thoughts. I
Yeah.
would feel bad to try to persuade you otherwise. And I don't have, like, an amazing case.
Riku is stronger than Sora. He is, in my mind. He's a better wielder. He's better with the Keyblade.
He's bulky.
Sora has... he is. He's fucking thick. Sora has the crutches of his friends. He's not going to have Donald and Goofy here, you know? And if Sora... I mean, Sora needed Donald and Goofy to beat Master Xehanort. I'm willing to say that. I mean, we know it. It's true.
Yeah.
I think Riku can beat Master Xehanort without anyone helping him.
Interesting.
I truly think he can.
Only if he puts Cure on the X button.
True,
though.
yeah. If you can't change his fucking customization and you're curing with triangle, then you're fucked in the first 10 seconds. But I'm giving it to Riku.
Nice.
And that kind of... it's a spoiler for what happens, but here we go.
And here we are on the top of the Scarlet Kylum main building
Yeah.
there. Here's your final matchup here,
Yeah.
Patty. It's Sora versus Riku.
Oh, man.
The OG matchup,
it
dude.
all comes down
It's
to this.
great.
Yeah. And I think he's really good. Like, he is just Sora, but better to me.
Yeah.
Riku doesn't have the crutches of... I mean, I know, like, he's got Michael tagging along sometimes, but anything, Michael holds him back.
Yeah.
You know? Michael's a distraction.
Right.
Donald and Goofy genuinely help Sora out. I think he stripped Sora away from any kind of, you know, friendship abilities, no Trinity limits, nothing like that. And you get base Sora, base Riku. Riku wins. Maybe KH1 Sora wins, maybe KH2 Sora wins, but after Mark of Mastery, after everything we've been through in this last decade or so of Kingdom Hearts, I think you give it to Riku, and I think he is the winner of Hearts Madness.
Wow.
Yeah.
As Donald once said, no one can defeat Riku.
There you fucking go.
Yep.
I'm playing that right
Dude.
now.
But nobody can defeat Riku.
Donald fucking knew.
Even
dude.
though people have defeated him. But,
Yeah.
you know, nowadays.
It's a really dumb quote,
yeah.
but
it's a dumb quote that wasn't true then, but it might be true now. So maybe
Wow.
Dolan was a prophet, you know? Maybe he was really right all along. He was playing, you know, 6-dimensional shoots and ladders. What can
a
I
moment.
say? You know, and I'm happy with it. I know some people are going to be mad, but this was Kiwi's bracket and me filling it out, and that's all that matters.
I think he did a great job.
I'm really
I
happy
mean,
with it.
yeah.
I feel like I had to logic some stuff out. You know, a lot of close calls in there, but I had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you enjoyed the bracket.
What's the prize for Riku?
I mean, I think it's probably the worst prize ever. Like, all of his friends are dead.
Oh yeah, everyone's dead.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to go back to Destiny
Lot of
Islands.
therapy.
The seashore is probably all torn up
Yeah,
from all
hang
the
out with
fighting
Waka.
there.
Hang out with Waka.
Wakatitis and
Yeah, selfie.
Selfie.
Yeah. What's happening, man? Well, everyone's dead.
Oh
Oh
no!
shit! Well, you want to play
Everyone
Bleeds Ball?
died.
Play some Bleeds Ball.
Yeah.
I think Riku deserves it. You got to give Riku some more stuff to do moving forward in the series. You know,
gonna
if
be
I
a
don't-
Riku game.
If I don't get to see some Riku making some moves in this universe, then you know, again, come back 10 years, maybe he's lost some luster, but
Should come back in like 1 year. I'll remake the bracket. I'll be like, that
Yeah.
last one was shit.
Yeah,
Let's try again.
Yeah, depending on the response here, maybe the bracket was shit.
Well.
We'll see. I think it was good.
I mean, since we're getting to the end here,
Mhm.
I've been given permission in advance to plug something.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
That I probably, again, should have said at the beginning.
It's alright.
People who hated me at the beginning maybe will see me as redeemed now.
Yeah.
But this is not the first bracket that I've made. I actually have a whole page on Instagram dedicated basically to making brackets about films and just media in general. I've done a whole bunch of like different directors and like done a bracket to decide what their best film is. I've done all the Disney animated movies and the Marvel movies and, you know, all the best picture winners and everything. My current project, if you're listening to it the day that it came out or anytime before April 24th, is I'm doing this massive bracket of what's going to win all of the Oscar categories.
Yes.
It's a very interesting project. It's unlike anything that I've ever done before, but it's a good challenge, and it seems like it's been getting a good response so far. And so if you want to see some of my credentials, you can go to the thing that Pat has
on the screen
in the description.
It'll be on the screen. It'll be in the
below.
description.
Yes.
All those film buffs out there, go check out Kiwi on Instagram. See that he's got credentials. You know, he didn't just do this out of his ass, right? He's been making brackets since the womb.
There's methodology to this.
Yeah.
I mean...
Methods to the madness.
Yeah.
The March Madness. The Hearts Madness. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it a vid. I had fun. Thank you for joining me, Kiwi. I'm sure we'll get you back here in some sort of long-form content again.
Woohoo, I did it.
Down the road. You did it. This will probably coming out like mid-April, so I guess March Madness is over, right? But,
yeah,
listen,
that's okay.
We recorded it on March 29th, so...
Never a bad time for a bracket.
Never a bad time for a bracket. We'll leave you with that. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.